Hello everyone, it's Alex. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. So today is my very first video of the new year. So happy new year. I'm pretty sure I've been saying this all week long, but honestly this is the first video I have sat down to film in the year 2020 and I am very, very excited. I did a poll on my Insta stories to see which video you guys wanted to see today, and this video won. Of course, you guys can see from the title, today we're doing our 10 in 2020 rolling project pan. Now if you're new to this, I did this last year. It was 9 in 2019 rolling project pan. I forget what I called it. Oh my gosh, I'm having brain farts. You could tell I haven't filmed in a while, but I wanted to do it the same style this year. I felt like it was a lot easier for me to use more products and I would not get bored as easily. So I have my 10 products here in front of me, but before we get into it, if you're new to my channel, welcome to the familia. My name is Alex. I'm an eyeshadow enthusiast with a dash of project pan. If that is something that interests you, subscribe, join us. And now without further ado, let's get on with the products. So the products that I have here, and I just want to base it off. I know you guys have been seeing a lot of project pans lately. In the last 2 to 3 weeks, this is only my third project pan of 2020. It seems like I have a lot, but a lot of them were finishing up and now I've started new ones. I do have one more. You guys know that I typically, all last year, I've always had 3 going at the same time, and I know I can handle 3. So I'm going to try 4 this coming up year. Obviously 2020, I shouldn't say that because we are in 2020, but I'm going to try 4. So we're going to see how that goes to see how I can handle it, because I am officially stating that I am a project panner. For the past few years, I've always said that I don't know if I'm a project panner. I wouldn't consider myself a project panner, but you know what? I'm taking it. I'm accepting it. I'm putting the title on myself. I am an official project panner. I am part of this project pan community. Now, this project pan, I normally put my workhorse products, the products that are my staples, the ones that I use on a daily basis, the ones that I'm going to use whether I put them in a project pan or not. So these are the products you're going to see with some added bonuses. The rest of the project pans you see on my channel are the fun ones, the ones that are a little bit harder or not the ones that I would typically use on a daily basis, if that makes any sense. So let's start off with what I mean is these are rollovers. Some of these are rollover from last year as well. So this is the first product. This is my NYX Primer Foundation. As I mentioned to you guys, I was going to roll this over. This was in a project pan last year. I want to finish this up and I know I'm going to finish this one up. It is in conjunction with the next product. This is a white base that makes my foundation a little bit lighter. I don't need this going forward, hopefully at least. So my goal is to use that up completely. Next product that I have is the one that goes along with that first product. That is my Revlon Color Stay True Beige. Now I am right over here. I will mark it. I still have my markings from my last project pan on here because honestly, you guys, I have done absolutely nothing this year so far. There, I took it off. So I will mark it right there, and my goal is to finish this up. I should not have a problem. Those 2 should be done this year and they will add to my end of the year project pan, or empties I should say, as far as foundation. So I'm very excited. So that's 2 products, 8 more to go. The next product that I have is the powder that I'm currently using. This is the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Powder. So obviously this one is a little bit harder to settle. I will weigh this and I will take pictures of everything and I will tally everything like I have done in the past with all of my project pans. So I'm going to weigh this to see how much this weighs right now as we start. I am wearing it today. My goal is to use this up before the month of May. My problem is I can't use this after the month of May. It is too illuminating for me for the summer. So my goal is to use this up until May. If I don't, I will have to roll this out and put something else in and then roll it back in to finish it up at the end of the year. I can't use this during the summer. So that's my only thing with this powder, is I hopefully will get it done by the month of May. So I got 5 months with this sucker and I've already been using it for a little bit in 2019. Let's cross fingers because you do get a lot of products in here. Now I'm going to also tally these up when I'm done. This is the next product. This is the Bombs Put a Lid on It eye primer. I have been using this since last year as well. This is where we're at. So I'm going to mark it right there. I have a lot of product. This is my I think I maybe have 2 more full size eye primers in my collection. The rest are deluxe sample size. My goal is to use this one completely up. This is not my favorite. It does work. It does make my shadows last, but I do have to set it because it's super oily. If you have dry lids, this might be something you might like because it's not drying at all. But for me with oily lids, this does not work without setting it. So I do have to set it. So I want to finish this one up and I don't want to declutter it because I purchased it and it still works. So I did pay for it, so I want to get my money's worth out of it. Moving on to the next product. This is my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is in this shade NW20. So here's where we are as we speak. I have been using this since I used up my NC20. My goal is to use this one up. This is my only concealer in my collection. So once I'm done with this, I will repurchase this yet again. Unless there is an amazing concealer out there, I'm not in the market for trying new concealers out. I'm content with this one. It works perfectly fine. I'm wearing it under my under eyes. I could wear it as foundation if I feel like it one day. So this is something I just want to use up. It's in my everyday routine, so why not put it in a project pan? So I will mark this as well. So then once I'm done with it, I can also back to MAC that one. The only corrector that I have in my collection as well, this was in another project pan last year. This is my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Corrector. The actual name has worn off of it. This is how much we have left of it. We do not have that much. This should last me at least 2 to 3 months because I do not need a lot of it. I just put it on with my finger and only put it in the center of it. This is a great one. I've talked about this before, so I'm not going to get into too much detail. I do enjoy it. I will reconsider if I should repurchase or purchase a new corrector because I do not have any more. I want to see if I need it. Right now, I've just been using them because I have them, but I want to see if I need it. If not, I will repurchase this one or my NYX corrector depending on how my finances are at the time when I need to purchase a new one. So my goal is to completely use this one up as well. So I have 4 more products left. So far, the 6 products I've shared with you guys, I want to completely use up. The next one is this IT Brow Power pencil. I have put this in 2 project pans in 2019, and you guys, this is still rocking and rolling. So I will tally this up. I'm pretty sure you're not going to see much progress on it because it's very few and far between. This is how much I have left, and this is a deluxe sample size. This is worth every penny. I've spoken about this because it's lasted me. If this sucker is still in this project pan by June, this has lasted me a year, and it's a deluxe sample size. This gets a lot. I am wearing it on my brows. I've been wearing it in every single video since June of 2019. So if you have ever seen any of my videos, this is the brow product I've been using. So my goal is to use it up. Lord, please let me use this sucker up this year because I have a full size of this one in my collection, which I'm not going to get to yet because I have a different one in a different project pan because I'm going to give myself a break. I think I have made my mind up where I'm only going to purchase these because they've lasted so long. It's worth my money because I have full brows and I don't need something, often and quickly. So I think that'll be my permanent one, but let me just finish that one up. Please let me just finish that one up. All right, so here's the next product. This is the first time I'm putting this in a project pan, but I think it is time for me to use this sucker up. This is my ambient lighting powder in dim light. As you guys can see, this is the old school logo of it. That's how old this thing is. Now I have flattened it a little bit, and then once I started to flatten this sucker out, I told myself put it away, it's too expensive, and never used it again. I want to use this whole powder up. I don't see myself having a problem using this up the whole entire year. All I gotta do is dust it all over my face to give me that nice glow, that dim glow within on my skin. I think the reason why I never used this was because I always kept it for special occasion, which it looks beautiful, but I'm a stay-at-home mom. When are these special occasions coming? Few and far between, and this sucker is just gonna grow cobwebs, and I'm never gonna use it, and I'm wasted my money on it. So I'm gonna use this sucker up. That is my goal, to completely use it up. If I do have trouble with it, my goal will be to hit the waffle pan, but I do want to use this up. And guess what? When I say something, I'm gonna do it because I'm determined. So I'm gonna use this sucker up. I don't care. I'm gonna use it up. Next one is a big jumbo one. Oh, this is my victim of the year. As you guys know, I always put bronzers in. Bronzers are super easy for me to hit pan. This is a bronzer I've been using for the last few months, and I've been wearing it. This is the Sephora Sol de Rio bronzer. This is old, but it still works perfectly fine, and the smell of it is still beautifully and tropical. It has a really nice scent to it. It's kind of like a florally scent, but it's not super in my face. So this is how big this sucker is, you guys. My goal at first is to hit pan. Now I will explain to you guys why. So here's where as you guys can see, you can already see the lines because I've been using this for like the last 2 months of 2019. So my goal is to hit significant pan. I will, if I hit pan within the next month or 2, which I have a feeling I will continue to use this all the way up until I officially get a tan for the year. This only shows up right now. This will not show up in the summertime because even now I do have to continue to pack it on a little bit more for you to even see it on my skin tone. It is a very natural bronzer. It is a matte bronzer, but I love this bronzer because it's so forgiving for my skin tone right now. I can literally buff this everywhere and it doesn't look like I didn't know what I was doing. I don't look muddy. I don't look like I don't know what the heck I'm doing, and I can use this very liberally. Liberally, is that the word to say? Liberally? So my goal is to hit pan on it. Once I hit pan, I will still keep it in as long as possible until I get a tan, then I will remove this and put a different bronzer in. But for now, this sucker, you guys are going to see the progress on it. This was brand new 2 months ago. So for me to already see these little things right there, yeah, I use bronzer like nobody's business. So I don't see myself having trouble with this, honestly. And it's not, depending on the brush, it's powdery. If I use a different brush, not so much kick up comes up. So I'm already knowing how to work with this product. So that's my goal with this one specifically. Now, last but not least is one that is old in my collection, but I love this one. And it's time. It is time for this woman to be up front and center and in everybody's face, literally. This is the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. I've had this for so long, and my goal is to hit pan at first. This is an illuminator that will work for me for the full entire year, so I don't think I will have a problem using it for the full year. But I want to at least have my first goal of hitting pan. I don't want to say I want to use this whole thing up because I feel like that'll be endless for me and I will get bored. So if I do a short term, I cannot speak today. If I do a short term goal, I can motivate myself to continue. So my first goal with this is to hit pan. So I want to hit pan. I do have another highlighter in my Pan That Face palette, but that one's too dark. So what I've been doing is mixing this one with that one, and that's what I have on my cheeks today. And you guys can see it's not that bad. I actually have already played around with this. I wore this on New Year's. I wore a like sleeveless shirt and I put it all over my shoulders, and I forgot how much I liked this highlighter. So my first goal with this one is to hit pan. Once I hit pan, I will set myself to do another goal because this works all year round. And last year I panned 2 highlighters and they were very subtle, so I'm ready for something that's going to be in my face this year. So that's Miss Mary. Miss Mary will be all over everyone's face because that's the last product that I would be putting in this project pan. So there you guys have it. I picked some that might be a little bit easy, some that are going to be a little bit hard. You guys know how I like to balance my project pans. I'm very, very excited about this. This is one of my favorite project pans. Last year, I used up 32 products in this project pan alone. So let's see if I can bump that up a little bit. So we're going to keep track. We're going to see. Obviously, you guys know how I do my project pans. If you're new, I do have a lot of playlists on my project pans. This year for 2020, I will be breaking down my playlist of my project pans. So if you're only interested in seeing this one, I'll put it in one playlist. If you only want to see my Pan That Face palette, I'll have it in another playlist, so that way you guys can pick and choose what you guys want to see. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you are joining me in this project pan, let me know in the comment section. I know a lot of people are doing 20 in 2020, but I like to change it up and do 10 in 2020 rolling project pan, so that way I don't get myself bored, because I don't think I could do 20 products in the full year. I tried that once, did not work for me. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll put more videos right over here for your enjoyment. Until then, bye guys.